This is KEDT Community Focus. I'm Rob Boscamp. Drivers in the Coastal Bend have an opportunity this summer to find out how efficiently their vehicles are running absolutely free. I had the privilege to speak with Texas A&M Corpus Christi's Trent Thigpen, the Program Director of Pollution Prevention Partnership and AutoCheck. In this episode, he shares about the AutoCheck program, which is a quick drive-up service that provides free vehicle emissions testing, gas cap checks, and diagnostic scans for most check engine or service engine soon lights.
The AutoCheck program started around 2004. It was before I joined the program just 10 years ago, but it was created when Corpus Christi was near non-attainment for ozone by the EPA's ambient air quality standards. And so the community got together, industry, businesses, the Coastal Bend Air Quality Partnership came up with voluntary ways to reduce ozone precursors so that we didn't violate our air quality.
And how does this program benefit drivers in the Coastal Bend?
We provide a voluntary emissions check. It's voluntary here because our air quality is good and we're trying to maintain it and improve it. It doesn't cost anything to a driver, and as part of the program, I provide a free gas cap if needed because that prevents pollution. I do check engine code readings, which is free, and for certain codes, I can pay for repairs up to $600. My AutoCheck program, it's supported by the Port of Corpus Christi, and I also have funds for repairs from Texas Commission on Environmental Quality enforcement actions. If I find a repair that's needed on one of the vehicles that we check that will prevent pollution, save gas, and improve the health of possibly the drivers and passengers of that car, I write a voucher they can take to the garage we have under contract. The garage will do further diagnostics, send me an estimate, and if it's under $600, I pay the bill. People get their car, they're healthier, they are saving gas and improving our air quality.
Are there times where the cost may exceed that $600, and if so, where do they go from there?
If the estimate is over $600, the customer has the option to pay the difference or not have the work done. If there's more than one issue, it's possible that we might be able to repair one of the issues, but not everything.
And you mentioned the program has been around for a long time. From when it started to where it is now, how much has the program grown over the years?
It's changed quite a bit because of the technology. When it first started, they had a laser system where cars would drive through and it would check the emissions in the plume, but it was a cumbersome process. And now, since all cars since 1996 have an onboard diagnostic system with a check engine light, that is the main way to diagnose emission problems. So that check engine light, there's over 1,500 different codes that can make just that one light come on. So it's important to get it checked. Although we don't screen as many vehicles as the old drive-through technology, we actually identify more people in need of repair. So it's grown in the amount of repair dollars and the amount of people that we can help.
When a check engine light does turn on, what are some of the typical problems that could be indicated?
We often see, and ones that I pay for repairs for, are like misfires, which can be bad coils, worn spark plugs, O2 sensors, exhaust gas recirculation valves, mass airflow sensors. There's just a lot, and it all depends on whether it qualifies for a voucher, depends somewhat on the mileage and the overall condition of vehicles. We look at many factors to determine if the repair is worth doing because we want it to actually improve the life of the car, but if the car is near the end of its life, usually 200, 300,000 miles is end of life of a car, unfortunately.
You mentioned the vehicle's gas cap. They were able to replace those with the check. How much of an impact does something as simple as a gas cap have on the environment?
Gas caps are interesting. We have gas caps in stock that if we have one that fits the vehicle in need of a new gas cap, because we test the pressure, and if it's not holding pressure, it actually can allow up to 30 gallons a year of gasoline to evaporate, and daytime heating expands the gas tank and just pushes those vapors out into the air. So a gas cap leaking is part of the evap system. It can turn on a check engine light if the computer checks that system, but the computer doesn't check that evap system all the time. It only checks it under certain conditions. So it's very possible you could have a bad gas cap without a check engine light. We test the gas cap directly and we'll replace it if we have one in stock, and if we don't, then we'll send you to the garage and they'll replace it.
When are drivers able to get an AutoCheck test done on their vehicles, and where?
Is kind of a pop-up in a parking lot type of program. We don't have a home base on campus for checking, so we go out in the field. We are around the community. I have a partnership with Goodwill Industries of South Texas. We do almost all of the health fairs that come up from the schools. So Miller High School will be at the Harbor Playhouse when there's a health fair at the American Bank Center. Goodwill store will be at probably about 6 times between now and the end of August. We also do the Goodwill in Flower Bluff. So we'll be at Sutherland's on Staples Street. And then I also get opportunities from organizations to work with their clients, and they'll let me set up different places. I believe I'll be doing a town hall in Ingleside soon also. It's tentatively on my calendar. So the best thing to do is check my calendar because it's continuously updated. And since I work outdoors, if there's a chance of a weather cancellation, you can check that website for updates, which is TAMU-CC/AutoCheck. I have a calendar there, and I'm continually adding new events all year round, but I'll be adding more through the fall. So we have a pop-up tent. You look for a tent with a big red check that says AutoCheck on it.
And this process does not take long at all.
Yes, that's correct. If there is no check engine light, we can usually do it in about 3 minutes because we check the tailpipe for about 5 different gases and see if they're in their normal range. We check the gas cap. We replace missing valve stem covers. That only takes, like I said, about 3 minutes, and we're done, and we can tell you if your tailpipe emission's normal and if your gas cap's good. If the check engine light's on, it takes another 4 minutes or so, maybe 5, to determine what that check engine light is. And even if it's not something that we cover for repairs, I'll provide the driver with a printout of those codes so they can look into those further.
Any final thoughts or details that you would like to share with the public?
Well, the program's purpose is to prevent air pollution, but not only does it prevent the general air pollution like ozone that can affect people's lungs when you're outdoors, but also people don't think about how unhealthy the car exhaust is to their immediate environment. A leaking gas cap or an evap leak in their car, you could be actually breathing gasoline vapors while you're driving if that's the case. Not only is it for the general community's air benefits, there's an immediate danger to your health if your car is not running properly. Plus, the cost of gas. When any of these issues are currently on your vehicle, you can be losing a lot of money in poor gas efficiency. So it saves money, improves health for you and your family. It improves health for the entire community. Important to get that check engine light checked out, a gas cap. Even if your engine light's not on, come by, get checked. It's all free, always free. And there's no obligation to purchase when you take a voucher in.
Trent, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
This has been Community Focus. Thanks again to Trent Thigpen with Texas A&M Corpus Christi for joining me today. For more information about AutoCheck and where and when you can check out their services, call 361-825-3070 or go online to TAMU-CC/AutoCheck.